Hello everyone, my name is Amber and welcome back to my channel, Amber Reads Romance. Today I'm going to be doing a vlog for the Novella Readathon that a few booktubers put on. So I thought it'd be fun to vlog my experience. This is probably going to be one of my first vlogs on my channel, so hopefully it's not really bad or anything. But I just wanted to try and vlog this. And a big thank you to those booktubers, Tiff Talks Pages, Books with Samantha, Rachel Reads and Sings, and Ava's Romance Books for putting on that readathon. This is my first time doing it as a booktuber, so I'm excited to participate and see how this goes. There's quite a few prompts to do the bingo board. Want to try and black out the bingo board and read as many basically novellas as I can this week. I usually just read novellas like in between my bigger books, or if I've read a few books and I need a palate cleanser. So it'll be kind of fun to do like a week-long thing. This did run for like the week, is going to run for the week. So we'll see how this goes. I'm excited, and I will check in with you a bit. I think the first book I'm going to read I found on AnyPlay, and it's a little bit longer for novella, but it still kind of can hit in the novella mark. And it's Lust by, I think it's Care Dookie. I'm not sure if I'm saying the last name right. But I'm going to listen to that on AnyPlay since I'm going to have a big work week this week. But I will check in with you in a bit. And thank you so much for stopping in and watching this video. If you could like and subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you in a little bit. Hey everyone, just wanted to check in. I am doing a vlog for the Novella Readathon and just kind of wanted to try and vlog my experience. So the first book that I read was Ruby Dixon's Barbarian Mate. And I believe this is the 6th book or the 5th book in the Ice Planet Barbarian series. I chose this one for alien romance. I always love to go back into the Ice Planet Barbarians and just dip my toe back into that world. It's kind of like that fun palette cleanser too if you need something in between like longer books. I always love to go to that series. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to read physically, so I decided to read this book because work has been crazy last couple days and I had to work overtime. Luckily, I'm like able to listen to put my earbud in and listen to music or whatever, and most of the time at my job I'll have audiobook in. It was just hard because we have like a whole new migration and things going on at work, so everybody needed my help as a lead. Anyways, you don't care about that, but it's just been crazy. So I did listen to Barbarian Mate, and I absolutely loved this one a lot better than the previous book that I just read in the series. And this is between Josie and Hayden. I think it's Hayden, or they might call him Hayden. But I loved this because it was kind of like an enemies to lovers, like contentious, grumpy sunshine. Josie just thought he hated her. She actually, if you're not familiar with the world, they're humans on this ice planet Barbarian, the Not Hoth planet. And they basically have these qui that's like put in them, and they will resonate, it'll vibrate for like their mate. So she was like one of the last females that it wasn't resonating or anything with because she had an IUD in. And so it's like all about like mating and stuff. So like, like having a baby and finding your mate. So it wasn't working for her. So finally, like the queen like kind of pushed out her IUD, which was kind of like when it happened, she's like, oh, I stood up and I felt something fall out of my pants. It was like gross. I don't know. But anyways, So then immediately she's walking around trying to talk to guys to figure out who her mate's gonna be, and ends up being Hayden, who's like her kind of enemy. He's really grumpy. He had a mate previously, but she didn't. He was very young at the time, and she was very young, and older, and had a lover, and she didn't want anything to do with him. And then they actually had this Quee sickness where, like, I think that Quee died, and he had to get a new Quee put in him. So he's very, like, angry, and he's scared because he's felt this connection to her from the get-go that, like, that could happen again. And so he's kind of been pretty dickish to her and everything. So this actually could qualify for some of my favorite tropes too, which is like the grumpy sunshine, and the virgin hero, which most of these guys are virgins because they don't really have that many women, alien women, to have sex with, and they kind of like waiting for their mates. So I love a virgin hero. I love hate to love. I love, the grumpy sunshine. So that could qualify for favorite tropes as well. But I absolutely love this book. She ends up being kind of a bitch, like, and wanting to get rid of her Quee because she doesn't want to resonate to him. But eventually she kind of gets where he's coming from and becomes really understanding. And so she's not that annoying heroine the whole time. And so I really loved this. They had amazing chemistry. The sex was hot. I just always loved dipping my toe back into the Ice Planet Barbarians world. So I really enjoyed this book. So that was my first book in the reading vlog. And then I'm also going to be reading, for continuing like a series, I'm reading the Mindfuck series. So I believe I'm on the third book. I can't remember what the name of this one is. I'm sorry. I'll touch base when I check in a bit. But I'm going to physically read that one. I have, on my Kindle. And then I think I'm going to read a recommendation that Tiff Talks Pages brought up, which was, I think, it's called Lust, and it's part of like a series as well, but it's also on Kindle Unlimited. I'm listening to it on AnyPlay. So I thought that would be a good one to get through since I've been so busy at work. And I'm going to read that one, and it's kind of like this skulls type of thing. And, he's obviously Lust. And so far I'm reading it, and he is kind of a mess. And it's part of like a secret society and all that kind of stuff. So I'll check in a little bit once I've listened to more of that, and then finish my Mindfuck series. So I'll check in a bit. Thank you so much for checking in, and I'll see you soon. Hey everyone, just wanted to check back in on the Novella Readathon vlog that I'm doing here. Last update, I had read The Barbarian's Mate. I did continue for the next prompt that I wanted to do was for part of a series. I was reading the Mindfuck series. So I read the fourth book. I believe it's called All the Lies. I'll have the picture up. Sorry if I'm wrong. Loved it. I'm obsessed with this series, just like everybody else on book 2, but it's blowing me away. The fourth book ends in like a huge cliffhanger because Lana is a serial killer, and she's dating a criminal profiler for the FBI, and so he's obviously working on her case, and a lot of stuff comes to light. There's only one book, and I wanted to dive right back into it, but I wanted to get to these other prompts in the vlog, for the readathon, so had to forego that. Right now I just thought I'd come outside and film. The sun just set. Beautiful day out here in San Diego. So I'm out by my mom's lily pond. A lot of the flowers kind of have died recently, but it's that season. But it's just really pretty outside, so I thought I'd check in now. So I really love that book. I gave it 5 stars. I'm obsessed with the series. It's just amazing. Can't wait to continue. And then the other book that I read, I did listen to on audiobook. I saw that Tiff Talks Pages recommended it as one of hers, which was Lust by I think it's Kerr Dookie. I don't think I'm saying the last name right. But it's part of a series, like an anthology series with different authors, and this one's called Lust. And it's like part of this I don't remember what it's called. Sorry, it's part of a series, but it's like 7 Deadly Sins kind of like people. And it's like a secret society. And he's Lust, and he's got a lot of trauma. His brother ends up dying like in the beginning of the book because he was supposed to pick him up, and he was off, screwing around with a chick and didn't get there in time, and he ends up, it was pouring rain, and his little brother gets ran over, and so he's like devastated. He feels very guilty. He's very like traumatized. He has a bad relationship with his father, and so what ends up happening in this book is, in order to get into the secret society, they have to like perform a task, and he's never really been in a relationship, always just used women. He fits the name Lust, and he basically starts liking this girl. She's very like bookish but gorgeous, and he starts to like her, and then that ends up being his task, is he has to seduce her and like film it, so that, because she's the dean's daughter, and then they would have something on him. So of course he starts to fall for her and doesn't want to do that. So that's kind of this book. It was okay. It wasn't really great. I didn't really feel a lot for the hero. But it was decent, and I am interested in reading the other authors and their books in this series. And it was on Any Place, so it was a nice, quick listen to. I could listen to it while I was at work this week. And so the next book that I'm going to read is for the BIPOC prompt. Hey everyone, just checking in. I just did finish that Rilsey Adams novella. I believe it's called Just for Tonight, and it was super short. It's like less than 50 pages, so there's not really much to say about it. It was okay, but I mean, you can't expect too much for something that's like that short. So I would be interested to read some of her longer novellas. But basically, you have the heroine's best friend is getting married. It's a destination wedding, and she hits it off with the groom's best friend. She's kind of sworn off guys for a few years, so this is like her instant connection, and they have sex, and it's on New Year's, and that's it. So there's not really much else to say. I mean, they finally are like, they're not finally, but they have sex, and at the end of the scene, it's like just ends. So the book ends immediately after they finish having sex. So I thought there would be a little bit of a transition or something, or an epilogue, or I don't know. But it was okay. Not the best so far for this vlog, but we'll see. My next book that I'm going to go into, I'm going to read for the monster prompt, and this is going to be Jenica Snow's The Beast, and I'm pretty excited about this one. Jenica Snow can get kind of crazy, so I'm interested to see how she goes with this one. And it's basically Beauty and the Beast, obviously, and except the Beast never changes from the Beast, so probably going to be some interesting kinky sex scenes, and I'm hoping for some primal play. So I'm hoping I can finish that tonight and then continue the other, get some more of those prompts out tomorrow with other novellas. But I will check in with you probably tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it while I'm at work, probably when I get home. But we'll see how Jenica Snow's The Beast goes. All right, see you in a bit. Hello everyone, I just wanted to check in on this vlog. I do apologize, I haven't been doing as many recent updates as I did want to do. Work has been a little crazy, so I haven't checked in since last night. I did read 2 novellas, and I'm in the middle of another one, so hopefully I'll get that done tonight. But last night I did finish The Beast by Jenica Snow. That was going to be my prompt for monster romance, and that's exactly what it is. You have a Beauty and the Beast retelling, except for the Beast does not ever turn human. He is the Beast the whole way through, during sex, everything. And I loved it. Like, it was so fun. It was quirky. It's like crazy. Jenica Snow, she does it. She can write these kind of crazy little books, and I love it. He basically gets Belle. Her dad has to kind of like give her, because he has all these gambling debts, and so the Beast is going to take care of that. And he wants her for his wife, so this is his perfect opportunity to do that. And so he basically gets Belle. She's going to be his wife, and slowly he kind of tries to get her used to him. He's obsessed with her. He's really like been stalking her. So it's really, really sexy. She like slowly starts to be attracted to him, even though he's a beast, and he is full on beast. He has got horns. He's got tusks. He's full, hairy, like beast, manly, crazy. Well, I guess not manly, but big dude. You got like It's Too Big in this. There was primal play, which I absolutely loved. He does chase her down in the forest, which she wants and she's totally into. And so they have some amazing sex in this. There's like breeding kink. He really wants to get her pregnant, and he has lots of his stuff to give her. And I love the breeding kink, but the thing that I loved the most was this had praise in it. And I am a sucker for praise. I love it. And the Beast praises her. He tells her what a good girl she's being for taking all of him. And he just constantly is praising her during the sex scenes. And I'm a sucker for it. I freaking love it. So it had a lot of cool tropes in it. I did love the sex. There's nodding, breeding, primal. So it's fun. It's not going to be for everybody, but I definitely enjoyed it. Flew right through it. It was fun. Jenica Snow read. And so I did give this 5 stars for me because I had such a great time. And once you kick that praise in there, I was like, okay, it's a 5-star for me. So I absolutely loved this book. Then I went into the next prompt that I wanted to do, which was the holiday. And Tip Talks Pages, I watched her video, and she had said that the hosts were going to be reading this book. It does have for the holiday because it's a Valentine's Day romance, and then also does cover the red or pink cover. So I thought it would be fun to read something that they were also reading. And so I read this book. It's called Cupid's Peak, and it's by Lee Jacquot. Jacquot? I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. But I read this this novella, and I really loved it. This is probably like a favorite for the vlog so far. I absolutely love The Beast, but it's a totally different thing than this one. This one is so sweet, sexy. It has a full story. Like, I believe these characters. I believe their connection. So what you have is Mia. When she was in high school, she was kind of like the nerdy introvert. She's still very like antisocial, doesn't like to be the center of attention. And she had a big crush on a guy the star hockey player of the school, and she was tutoring him. And so they built this really good connection. They spent a lot of time together, but she kind of missed her chance with him. You could tell he was trying to hint at her that he was interested, but he didn't make a move. And she was like, didn't think she was even in the same category, that he would even be interested in her. So basically this is like 10 years later. She's not really dating. Her twin sister sets her up on a blind date on Valentine's, which she doesn't want to do. But it's going to be at like this resort. I believe this is set in Colorado, and it's at like this kind of like a ski resort. You have to take the ski lift up to the place. And then it's got a restaurant, but it's also got, nice suites and rooms to stay in. She's just planning on doing like the dinner with this guy, maybe having a one-night stand. And then it ends up being that guy from high school that she had that big crush on. And so they have this dinner, and it's like they decide to play truth or dare, so that he really wants to do that so he could admit all his like feelings he's always had for her. And then it's just so cute and so sweet and sexy. And he kind of likes doing things in front of people where they might see, but they might not see. And so, like, their complete difference where he's a social butterfly and she's like the introvert and socially awkward girl. But they are so cute together. The thing that I loved about this novella was like it had a full story arc. Like novellas usually don't have that. It's like rush sex and then the end. And this really built in like flashbacks and how they are now, and then also can there be something after this night together, and an epilogue. And I just loved it. It was so sweet. It gave me all the feels. And I definitely want to look into this author because I've never read anything of theirs before, so I'd definitely be interested in reading some more of their novellas. So this one I also gave 5 stars. So I'm having a really great time on this vlog, like this readathon, because I'm getting some really great novellas in. So I believe I only have really one more prompt left because a couple of mine can hit a couple prompts. So I need to do the paranormal romance. So I'm going to read Blood Moon. And that's like between a witch and a vampire, and they're like going to be like rival businesses or something. So I'm going to be interested to read that. And then I might just read another Jessica Cain just for the fun of it because I usually read a lot of Jessica Cain and I didn't read any for this vlog. So I might just throw one in there, you know, because hers are usually like 100 pages. So it might hit that one. I've already read another book that's under 100 pages, but maybe I might fit her in too. So I'm going to try and finish Blood Moon tonight. And then I will follow up with you guys tomorrow, check in, let you know my thoughts. As always, thank you so much for sticking in and watching this video. And I will check in with you tomorrow. Hey everyone, just wanted to do a final check-in for this vlog. I have been having a really great time and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I did finish reading Blood Moon, and it was okay. It was a cute like witch and vampire romance. They have rival businesses. She has a bar and then a newer kind of club bar opens up. And she's pretty negative about this bar and them kind of trying to poach her customers. And she ends up kind of having a one-night standish kind of thing with the vampire at a party. And then he ends up being the owner of that place. So it was okay. It wasn't my favorite of the read, you know, so far. It was cute. It just really wasn't my thing. But it was a cute plus size heroine, you know, not ashamed of her body, proud of it, not like any of that body shaming or self-hatred kind of thing, which sometimes can be written in plus size romance. So I did appreciate that. And he like loves her body. So that was good. It just didn't blow me away or anything. So I just gave it like 3 stars. And then so that probably could have finished my readathon, but I decided to read the Jessica Cain book, which was When the Farmer Met the City Girl. And it's typical Jessica Cain. It's crazy. It's insta love, insta lust. This city girl actress like basically kind of gets lost trying to take a back road through a farm area, and she kind of is like stuck there, and this big huge like 6'6" farmer guy basically offers to let her stay at his place. And then it's typical Jessica Cain insanity of them like both being virgins and deciding to lose their virginity together. And it escalates from there. I've never seen virgins that have such dirty sex, or so like a guy that knows how to dirty talk but never had sex before. But that's kind of what Jessica Cain does. And then of course she had to throw in some daddies in there, which it didn't really flow for me for the story, but it wasn't like the total daddy kink, so it wasn't too bad or anything. I liked it. It wasn't amazing or anything, but it was a really quick, fast read. And it was a nice way to kind of end out my readathon. I did have a blast. I read so many novellas this week, which isn't usual for me. Usually I will read them as palate cleansers in between like larger books. So I really did have a blast, and I'm excited to see how everybody's readathon went. Let me know if you did a vlog or what books you read if you did the Novella Readathon. Love to hear it and get some more recs for myself. I am going to continue with another novella because it's the last in the series, and that is the Mindfuck series, and it's the last book. I'm on it right now. It's Painted All Red, and I just had to get to it. I wanted to be able to finish all these other prompts, even though I wanted to go right into this book after finishing the 4th book. But so now that I'm done with all the prompts, I'm going to go back in and finish this series because this series has like blown me away. I love it. It's worth the hype. If you haven't read this yet, you should definitely read it. Book 4 left off on a like sad cliffhanger. Things didn't go great. And so I really loved this. So I'm in the 5th book right now. I don't know if I'll do an update on it, but it'll be in my monthly wrap up anyways. And you don't really want to give anything away because it is like the last book in a series and I don't want to spoil anything. So I just wanted to say thank you for watching this video. This was fun, and I hope to do some more vlogs. This is probably going to be my first vlog that I've ever posted on BookTube. So please give me the love, and thank you so much. I will see you again soon.